Happiness is not by chance but by choice. Namaskar, welcome to PT Pointers, and in this video we will cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express and Press Information Bureau. So without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. And our first headline is related to Shanti Niketan and it is in the news because recently Vishwa Bharati University has replaced the controversial plaques commemorating UNESCO's World Heritage Tag to Shanti Niketan because the plaques did not have Rabindranath Tagore's name. Now, what is plaque? So, friends, it is a flat piece of stone or metal, usually with names and dates on it. Now, let's learn some facts related to Shanti Niketan. So, friends, it was founded by Rabindranath Tagore, a renowned poet and philosopher. Shanti Niketan was a residential school and Center for Art based on ancient Indian traditions, and Vishwa Bharati was established at Shanti Niketan in 1921, and Shanti Niketan has been inscribed on the UNESCO's list of World Heritage Sites in September 2023, and it is India's 41st UNESCO World Heritage Site. Our next headline is related to Hati community, and recently they have announced protest on 16 December because they say Constitution Scheduled Tribes Order Second Amendment Act 2023 grants ST status to the Hati community was enacted 4 months ago, but state government is not implementing it. Now let's learn some facts related to Hati community. So friends, the community is named after their old age professional practice of selling their homegrown crops at small markets called Haat in nearby cities, and they live in Himachal Uttarakhand border. They are governed by a traditional council called Kumbli, which like the Khas of Haryana, and it decides community matters. Our next headline is related to deepfakes, and it is in the news because recently government has issued notices to social media platforms following reports of deepfake content. Now, what is deepfake? So, friends, they are created by altering media using technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning, thereby blurring lines between fiction and reality. Although they have clear benefits in education, film, production, criminal forensics, and artistic expression, but they can also be used to exploit people, sabotage elections, and spread large-scale misinformation. At present, India lacks specific laws to address deepfakes and AI-related crimes, but Section 66E of the Information Technology Act 2000 is applicable in cases of deepfake crimes, and similarly, Section 66D of the IT Act punishes individuals who use communication devices or computer resources with malicious intent leading to impersonation or cheating. Further, Section 67, 67A and 67B of the IT Act can be used to prosecute individuals for publishing or transmitting deepfakes that are obscene or contain any sexually explicit acts. Our next headline is related to 𝐤𝐥𝐵 Bharati judgment, and it is in the news because recently Supreme Court made video on the 𝐤𝐥𝐵 Bharati judgment, which was delivered in 1973 by Supreme Court bench of 13 judges, and it propounded the basic structure doctrine, and the judgment held that Parliament cannot use its constituent power to alter the basic structure or the essential features of the Constitution. Our next headline is related to Belt and Road Initiative, and it is in the news because recently Italy has withdrawn from Belt and Road Initiative more than 4 years after becoming the only G7 nation to sign up. Now let's know more about Belt and Road Initiative. So friends, it was launched by Chinese president in 2013 and it aims to link Southeast Asia, Central Asia, the Gulf region, Africa and Europe with network of land and sea routes. BRI is seen as an attempt by China to further its influence abroad with infrastructure projects, but many countries are opposing the project because they fear that it could lead to debt traps. Our next headline is related to OPEC Plus, and it is in the news because recently Saudi Arabia and Russia called for all member nations of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries and its allies to join an agreement on output cuts for the good of the global economy. Now let's know more about it. So friends, OPEC was founded in 1960 in Baghdad by Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and Venezuela with the aim of coordinating petroleum policies and securing fair and stable prices, and later OPEC formed the OPEC Plus coalition with 10 of the world's major non-OPEC oil exporting nations including Russia. At present, OPEC Plus represents around 40% of the world oil production, and its main objective is to regulate supply of oil to the world market. Our next headline is related to State Disaster Response Fund, and it is in the news because recently Prime Minister of India has directed the Ministry of Home Affairs to release in advance the second installments of the centre's contribution to SDRF to Andhra Pradesh and to Tamil Nadu in a view of the floods caused by cyclone Michaung. Now let's know more about State Disaster Response Fund, which was constituted under Section 48, Subclause 1A of the Disaster Management Act 2005, and it is the primary fund available with the state governments for responses to notified disasters, and disasters covered under SDRF includes cyclone, drought, earthquake, fire, flood, tsunami, hailstorm, landslide, avalanche, cloudburst, pest attack, frost and cold waves, and central government contributes 75% of SDRF allocation for general category states or union territories and 90% for special category states or union territories. Our next headline is related to Article 99 of the UN Charter, and it is in the news because recently United Nations Secretary General has decided to invoke Article 99 of the UN Charter and urge the UN Security Council to act on the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Now, what is Article 99? So friends, as per the UN Charter, Article 99 is an independent tool in the hands of the Secretary General who may bring to the attention of the Security Council any matter which is in his opinion may threaten the maintenance of international peace and security. The special powers allow the UN Secretary General to call a meeting of the UN Security Council on an emerging situation of international concern. Our next headline is related to Hanukkah, which is a Jewish 8-day festival of lights. Our next headline is related to Adopt a Heritage 2.0 program, which was launched by Archaeological Survey of India in September 2023, and it seeks collaboration with private or public sector companies or trust or societies or NGOs etc. through their CSR funding. Our next headline is related to Mera Gaon Meri Dharohar project, which is an initiative of Ministry of Culture under National Mission on Cultural Mapping, and it seeks to compile comprehensive information detailing the life, history and ethos of Indian villages and to make same available to virtual and real-time visitors. And under this initiative, information is collected under 7 broad categories, and these include art and crafts village, ecologically oriented village, scholastic village linked with textual and spiritual traditions of India, epic village linked with Ramayana, Mahabharata and for Puranic legends and oral epics, and historical village linked with local and national history, and last is Architectural Heritage Village. Our next headline is related to Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence, and it is in the news because India is hosting the annual Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence Summit from December 12 to 14. Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence is a multi-stakeholder initiative, and it aims to bridge the gap between theory and practice on artificial intelligence by supporting cutting-edge research and applied activities on AI-related priorities. It was launched in June 2020 with 15 members, and today its membership has expanded to 28 member countries and the European Union. Our next and last headline is related to 𝐏𝐿O India Para Games 2023, and it is in the news because first edition of this game is being organized from 10 to 17 December across 3 venues in the city of Delhi across 7 sports disciplines, and these include para archery, para athletics, para badminton, para table tennis, para powerlifting, CPA football, and para shooting. So, with this, let's conclude our today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.